Everybody, this is Jennifer from Jentle Soaps, and today I'm going to show you how I make my scrubby maize dough. So it's a body scrub and it's soap and it's whatever you want it to be. You can even use it as a facial mask. You just have to alternate the ingredients so it's got more skin loving products in it. It can also be used for a kid's soap dough as well. It doesn't dry out as fast, but it does get crumbly. So it's not the best one for molding, but it's super awesome and it feels great on the skin. So come on with me while I show you how to make a corn-based maize bubble dough. Maize sculpty dough today, and I'll be doing some different things with it. So in goes the maize flour. Make a nice big batch. And then we'll put in our first bubbling agent. Okay, you know which one that is. I should have put on my mask. The next ingredient is a glycerin. So I'm going to put in about that much. 60. Now the next ingredient is one of my favorite oil, virgin coconut oil. There it goes. So about that much, just a little bit. Find that lid later. And some bentonite clay. Hold on. So here's our clay. We'll just put a little bit in there. And I got mine from Brambleberry. You can get it anywhere. Now that we've got that, I'm going to give this a little mix. And then we're going to use a liquid surfactant. Oh, yeah, we don't want that in there. Pull up my sleeves. We're going to use a liquid surfactant to turn this into a dough. And that's how much of that to use. Kind of a, how squishy do you want your dough? How sticky do you want your dough? By feel and by golly. Everything else is measured. Now let me think of what fragrance I want to make this. Should I leave it this yellow color? Or should I try to turn it into a green? Decisions. I think we'll turn it into a green. Hold on. Alright, so I've added some cocoa bee to this leftover bit of dye. And we'll see if that's going to give us a green that we're looking for. It is. Maybe I should have stayed with the and the scent I'm going to use is Supernova. Yeah, this is going to be nice. So I'll just use the whole bottle. Now making doughs is a messy business. It just is. Add some more. And if you add too much of the liquid, you can always add a little more powder ingredient. I would suggest you use the corn flour. Alright, so this is nice and moist, so I'm going to pull it down here and work it outside of the bowl because the bowl's a bit full. I'm not getting very blue here, or green, so I'm going to have to get some more color in. Right. Back with this. Of course, I'm getting everything dirty. I just have to wash all my bottles and stuff down. So I'll also add some more glycerin. This is just FD&C Aluminum Lake Blue in glycerin. You want to know how I make these? There is a tutorial on how to make your own ingredients. I believe it's a playlist. So making ingredients. Get that. I don't know. I'm kind of making a gray dough, aren't I? I'm not really getting very blue. Alright, so I'm going to add some more surfactant. That smells amazing. It's starting to pull together into a dough. So I started formulating these non-soap soap, not because I was looking for a bubble dough recipe, because I always knew how to make that. I mean, I can make that with real soap. But because I have had customers who genuinely swear that they can't use my soap. And I want everybody to be able to use my soap. And it could be fragrance oils. It could be not even the soap at all. This is just one thing that maybe they could try if they're okay with fragrances, because that would be my first culprit. That's who I would think it would be, the first culprit. So I'm going to actually add some cornstarch to this to see if I can get a smoother texture. So hold on. Alright, so I've added about 1/4 cup of cornstarch to my green dough. Look, it's green. Kind of a pea green, or natural looking green, but it's green. And it's still quite crumbly, so we're going to add some more. I think I'm going to add a little more glycerin. Like a lot. just a little there, right? Just feel like it needs something other than the soap. We've added a lot of soap, like a lot of. There we go. Now it's sticking together a little better. Feeling more like a dough. So it looks like about 1/2 cup of glycerin is just about right. Oh, that's beautiful. And the 1/2 cup of cornstarch too made a big difference. Okay, so our corny dough, our corny bubble dough just needs to be kneaded. Biggest downfall for this one, I would say, is coloring the doughs. You know, I could be wrong. We will do some testers and see what kind of color spectrum we can get. But because it is basically yellow to start with, unless you can find a white corn flour, which I think are out there. I think there are white corn flours out there. Kind of like hominy or something. It's gotta be. There's gotta be some. So this is gorgeous. Very happy with it. Now you see how my mind works. I just start adding things. I get into my kitchen and I start adding things until it works. Because, you know, a theory is one thing. I start out with a plan written on paper, and then we troubleshoot as we move along. So I don't want to waste any of that because these ingredients are very expensive. All of them. Alright, so we've got a nice green dough here. And I think I will make some large frogs. I've got a frog mold. Maybe frog prints soap. I don't know. We'll see. So I will bring you back when I'm ready to mold them and turn them into non-soap soap. Of course, I'll be setting some aside for, ooh, I like it. This might be like the go-to Play-Doh. This is fun. All right. And it's not a bit sticky or anything. That just turned out perfect. I'm just going to store it for 24 hours. And then we'll come back to it and do our molding and see just how gorgeous it is. Or not. All right. See you in a little bit. Alrighty, so today we're going to do a green tea infused bubble bar soap. So it's going to be in this beautiful Milky Way mold, which I just found. And I'm going to take the dough that we made with the corn flour and see how well it works. It's going to be gorgeous. I can tell that. So originally I got this for a bath mold, but it's going to get even more use, I think, as the bubble dough mold. I just hope that it takes all of the impressions well. So let's get started. Alright, so here's our dough, and I've got a small piece, maybe a little bit more than that. I'm just going to warm it up a little bit. The nice thing about this mold, I'll be able to see if I've made a good impression or not. So we'll see if we've filled in all the little gaps or not. And then, like the other doughs, to get it out again, it's going in the freezer. This is a very different kind of dough. You can almost make, this one's more like a bubble dough. You could do maybe even I'm going to try some fun stuff with this one. This one's going to be a multi-purpose dough, I think. This one I like it a lot. Now if you want the specific recipe, let's see if I got it all. Nope. Wait. You can push it. Make sure you've got it. See, that's the nice thing about this kind of mold, that you can see what you're doing. It's tempting to push too hard because they do break really easily. That's one thing about the Milky Way molds that I really don't like, is how easily they are broken. And it was really hard with melt and pour soap. It was really hard to get them out. They work much better with bath bombs, and I'm hoping they're going to work well with this soap too. just because I'll take an impression, because you can give it a nice firm press and not be worried about anything. Falling apart. So right there I need to press. And this corner I need to press. So you can't do this with the bath bomb. It's kind of cool. Okay, so we've got a bit more filling in to do. I don't think this layering is going to make any difference. I don't think we're going to have any fracturing. But you never know. Just make sure you get it nice and flat. I might even use a spoon on it before I'm finished here. So I'm going to try to put it in a little bit first. I'll do this in stages. This is something I can't really do with a bath bomb. So, let's see if it'll work with these giant corn soap bars. Oops, cracking that one entirely. Okay, let's finish filling up. Now this is a brand new creation. I'm not even sure if this is going to work. If it does, it'll make it onto the internet. If it doesn't, it'll be filed away in my fail box. So you need 100 fails before you get a success, like a truly wonderful success. I'm all up for it. As long as I can buy materials, I can play. I'm not afraid to fail, but I sure like trying to succeed. Hopefully, this bubble dough isn't prone to cracking. None of the others are, but I think I've just lucked out, honestly. So I'm going to take a spoon and just try to press it so it doesn't look like, you know, my fingers are all over it. Hello, Angelina. Here's the little nails. I need to trim her little paws. It's not her favorite thing. There we go. Alright, last minute bedtime requests. Alrighty. Okay. I think that's about as good as I can do. Let's do a little double check. And I'm going to pop these in the freezer. In the meantime, I'm going to go find a tutorial and do the rest of these into frocks. I have some friends who just love frogs. So I'm going to make them some frog soap. So I'll be back, hopefully soon, to show you how to do that. And I'll probably just go to a tutorial for clay and try to find a simple frog design. So I'll take this with me for playing. Okay, be right back. Okay, so this is the least of the moldable soap. I wasn't able to do much with it at all, but I think the rice mochi one is the best moldable one so far, at least that I've tested. All the other ones I've just pressed into molds because, you know, I'm not very good at that kind of thing. So we're going to take the rest of these and press them just gonna make sure that they've got a smooth outside, and hopefully they will press really well into these silicone molds like the other ones did. So we will do 5 handmade corn soaps in green. 100% handmade. You betcha. It's awesome. I love making stuff by hand. So much fun. Too much in this one. Alright, so basically I'm just pressing it in. Get some unmixed dough there. And I will bring you back. That's the thing with these molds though, you have to straighten them out. If you over pack them, they bubble out, which isn't very pretty.